I'll write part 1 of the story in simple basic English with a third-person perspective and Korean names as requested. Here's your story. The girl said, "Mommy is under the bed." What the police found shocked everyone. The quiet police station in Oak City was almost empty. Officer Sun sat at his desk yawning. It was nearly midnight, his coffee was cold and he wanted to go home. Then the phone rang. "Oak City Police, how can I help?" Officer Sun answered. A small voice whispered, "Someone took my mommy." Officer Sun sat up straight. "Hello, who is this? My name is Me. I'm 6 years old," the child said very quietly. "My mommy is under the bed." "Your mommy is under the bed?" Officer Sun asked. He turned on the call recorder. "Yes," Me whispered, "but there's another mommy downstairs making dinner. She looks like my mommy, but she's not my mommy." Officer Sun felt a chill run down his back. "Me, are you safe right now? Where are you?" "I'm hiding in my closet. The not mommy doesn't know I'm calling you." Officer Sun signaled to his partner, Officer Kim. "Can you tell me your address, Me?" 40 Pine Tree Road, Me said. "Please hurry, the not mommy doesn't move right, her eyes don't blink enough." Officer Kim was already getting their car keys. Officer Sun kept talking. "Me, I want you to stay hidden, we're coming to help you. Can you stay on the phone with me?" "I think so," Me said. "But sometimes the not mommy checks on me. If she comes, just hide the phone and be very quiet," Officer Sun said. He and Officer Kim rushed to their car. The drive to Pine Tree Road took only 10 minutes. It was a nice area with big houses and clean yards. Number 42 had blue shutters and flowers by the door. "Me, we're outside your house now," Officer Sun whispered into the phone. "Are you still there?" There was no answer. "Me?" Officer Sun tried. Again, nothing. Officer Kim looked worried. "Should we go in?" "Yes," Officer Sun said. "But be careful." They walked to the front door and knocked. A woman opened it with a smile. She looked normal, pretty, in her 30s, wearing an apron. "Hello, officers, is something wrong?" she asked. "Good evening, ma'am. I'm Officer Sun, and this is Officer Kim. We received a call from this address. May we come in?" The woman looked confused. "A call? No one called the police. It's just me and my daughter here. My husband is away on business." Something about her smile didn't seem right to Officer Sun. It didn't reach her eyes. "Ma'am, it's just routine. We need to check that everything is okay," Officer Kim said. The woman hesitated for 2 seconds too long. "Of course. Please come." And inside, the house was clean and normal. Too clean, maybe. No toys out, no mess anywhere. "I was just making dinner," the woman said. "My daughter Me is upstairs sleeping. Would you mind if we check on her?" Officer Sun asked. "Just to be safe." "She's very tired. I don't want to wake her," the woman said quickly. "It will only take a moment," Officer Kim insisted. The woman's smile tightened. "Fine, this way." They went upstairs. Officer Sun noticed how the woman moved, smooth but stiff, like a robot trying to look human. The bedroom door was closed. The woman opened it. "See, she's sleeping." There was a small bump under the blankets on the bed. Officer Sun walked closer. Something wasn't right. He pulled back the covers. It was just pillows arranged to look like a sleeping child. "Where is my?" Officer Sun demanded, turning to the woman. The woman's face didn't change. No surprise, no worry, nothing. She must be hiding. She loves to play hide and seek. Officer Kim was already checking the closet. He opened the door and found Me curled up inside, holding a phone. "Me? I'm Officer Kim. We talked on the phone. Are you okay?" Me nodded, eyes wide with fear. She pointed at the woman. "That's not my mommy." The woman's face finally showed emotion, anger. "Me, stop being silly. Of course I'm your mommy." Me shook her head hard. "No, my real mommy is under the bed. She's been there for 3 days." Officer Sun looked at the bed. It was a large bed with space underneath. He knelt down to look. At first he saw nothing. Then he noticed a small button on the floor that didn't match the carpet. He pressed it. With a soft hiss, a section of the floor slid open beneath the bed, revealing a strange glowing pod. Inside was a woman who looked exactly like the one standing in the doorway. And that's when all their radios and phones died at once. The silence in the room was total. Officer Sun stared at the glowing pod under the bed. Inside was a woman, exactly like the one standing by the door, but this woman's eyes were closed and her chest barely moved with shallow breaths. "Step away from the bed," Officer Kim ordered. The woman who claimed to be Mai's mother. His hand moved to his gun. The woman didn't move, she just tilted her head slightly like she was listening to something they couldn't hear. "That's my real mommy," Mi whispered, pointing at the pod. "The other one came 3 days ago. She looks like mommy, but she doesn't smell right. And she doesn't know our special bedtime song." Officer Sun tried his radio again. Nothing but static. His phone showed no signal. "What have you done to this?" "Woman?" Officer Sun demanded. The false Hana smiled. It wasn't a human smile anymore. "She is unharmed. We need her intact." "We?" Officer Kim asked, gun now drawn. "My kind," the false Hana said. Her voice changed, becoming flatter. "You were not supposed to find her yet. The child should not have been able to tell the difference." Mi clutched Officer Kim's leg. "I knew right away. Mommy always checks under my bed for monsters before bedtime. The fake one didn't know that." The false Hana's eyes flashed with a strange blue light. "Fascinating. The young ones see more clearly. We did not account for this." Officer Sun knelt beside the pod. It was made of a smooth material he had never seen before. It glowed with a soft blue light, the same color as the false Hana's eyes. "Who are you? What do you want?" Officer Sun asked. "We are observers. We study. We learn. We prepare." The false Hana's skin seemed to ripple slightly. "The woman is a scientist. Her work interests us. My mommy makes stars in bottles," Mi said proudly. "She says they will help people travel far away someday." Officer Kim kept his gun pointed at the false Hana. "You're not human, are you?" The false Hana laughed. It sounded like breaking glass. "No, we are much older than your kind." Suddenly the lights in the house flickered. The false Hana looked up sharply. "Others are coming," she said. "You should not have found us so soon. The plan is disrupted." Officer Sun examined the pod more closely. There was a simple panel on the side with 3 symbols that looked like stars. "How do we get her out?" The false Hana stepped forward. Officer Kim tensed. "You cannot release her safely without our knowledge," she said. "The process must be controlled." Mi pushed past Officer Kim and ran to the pod. Before anyone could stop her, she pressed her small hand against the panel. "Mommy taught me the star code for emergencies." The pod hissed open. The real Hana's eyes fluttered. She took a deep breath and coughed. Officer Sun helped her sit up. "Mi," she called weakly. "Mi, where are you? Mommy." Mi threw herself into her mother's arms. The false Hana made a strange, clicking sound. "Unfortunate. The others will not be pleased." Hana looked up and saw her double. Her eyes widened in fear. "You, what are you doing in my house? Where are the others?" "Others?" Officer Sun asked sharply. "There are more of you?" The false Hana's face became eerily calm. "We are everywhere, in your governments, your schools, your military, learning, waiting." Hana held me tightly. "They came for my research. I'm developing a new energy source. They've been watching me for months." The false Hana's skin began to shimmer strangely. "Your primitive understanding amuses us. What you call energy is merely the beginning." Suddenly car lights flashed through the windows, many cars, by the sound of engines outside. "The others have arrived," the false Hana said. "Not mine. Yours. Your government knows more than you think, officers." Heavy footsteps pounded up the stairs. Men in black uniforms burst into the room, guns raised. "Federal agents, everyone down." The lead agent shouted. Officer Sun and Officer Kim showed their badges. "We're police officers. We responded to a call from the child." The lead agent nodded. "We know. We've been tracking this situation. You two did good work finding this one." 2 agents moved toward the false Hana. She didn't resist as they placed strange metal cuffs on her wrists. "You cannot stop what is coming," she said calmly. "We are already among you." As they led her away, her eyes met Mi's one last time. "The child sees. Others will too. It begins." The lead agent turned to Hana. "Dr. Lee, we need to move you and your daughter to a secure location immediately. Your research is now a matter of national security. What's happening? Officer Sun asked. Who are these things? The agent's face was grim. That's classified. All I can tell you is that this isn't the first one we've found, and it won't be the last. The sleek black helicopter cut through the night sky. Inside, Hana held me tightly as they flew to an unknown location. Officer Sun and Officer Kim sat across from them, still trying to understand what had happened. Where are you taking us? Hana asked the agent next to her. Safe house first, then headquarters, he said. His name tag read, Agent Park. You'll get answers there. The helicopter landed on top of a building surrounded by tall fences. Guards stood at every entrance. They were taken to a large underground room filled with screens and busy people. An older man walked toward them. He wore a simple suit and had kind eyes that looked very tired. Dr. Lee, I'm Director Kang. Thank you for coming. I know this is confusing. He bowed slightly to her. And you must be Me. You're a very brave girl. Me hid behind her mother. Director. Kang smiled at her. It's okay to be scared. We all are. He led them to a small meeting room with comfortable chairs. Officers Sun and Kim followed. 6 months ago, one of our satellites picked up something entering Earth's atmosphere, Director Kang began. Not a meteor, something that changed direction, something that hid itself. He pressed a button and a video played on the wall. It showed a strange light moving oddly across the sky. 2 weeks later, the Secretary of Defense began acting strangely. Small things at first. He didn't recognize his favorite foods. He couldn't remember his dog's name. Director Kang's voice was serious. When we examined him, we found this. Another video showed doctors finding a small blue device at the base of the man's neck. They've been replacing people in power. Slowly, carefully, Director Kang said. We've found 37 so far. Hana looked pale. And one was pretending to be me. Why me? I'm just a researcher. Director Kang pressed another button. A 3D model of Hana's work appeared. This is why your energy research. You've discovered something they want. My stars in bottles, Hana asked, using her daughter's words. It's just a new way to store energy using quantum fields. It's much more than that, Director Kang said. Your work could change everything. It could power ships that travel between stars, they know that, Mi spoke up suddenly. The fake mommy said they were everywhere, in schools and places where important people work. Director Kang nodded seriously. You're right. We think there could be hundreds of them, maybe more. But how do we find them? Officer Sun asked. They look exactly like us. That's where Mi comes in, Director Kang said. Mi, how did you know that woman wasn't your real mother? Mi thought for a moment. She looked like Mommy, but she didn't feel like Mommy, and she didn't know our special things, like checking for monsters under the bed. Exactly, Director Kang said. They can copy our looks perfectly, but they can't copy our connections, our feelings, our small private moments. He turned to a screen showing the false Hana in a cell. They're called the quiet ones. That's all we know. They don't talk much. But the one you caught has told us something important. Which is, Officer Kim asked. They've been studying us for years, learning our weaknesses, but they didn't understand one thing about humans. Director Kang smiled at me. They didn't understand the bond between parent and child. Hana hugged me close. So what happens now? Now, we find the others, Director Kang said, and we need your help. He showed them another room through a window. Scientists were studying the pod from under Hana's bed. Your work is the key, Dr. Lee. They wanted your research because it threatens them somehow. We need to understand why. Officer Sun looked troubled. How many more are out there pretending to be someone's family? We don't know, Director Kang admitted. But thanks to me, we now know how to find them. Children can tell when someone they love has been replaced. Their love is like a superpower. Mi sat up straighter, proud. Suddenly an alarm blared. Red lights flashed. Agent Park burst into the room. Sir, we have a problem. The prisoner, the false Hana, she's gone, and the pod is doing something strange. They rushed to the lab. The key. Pod was glowing brighter, pulsing with blue light. Strange symbols appeared on its surface. It's sending a signal, Hana whispered, watching the patterns. It's calling for help. Director Kang grabbed a phone. Lock down the facility, now! But it was too late. All around the world, similar pods hidden under beds, in closets, in basements, began to glow. The quiet ones were done being quiet. The secret facility buzzed with activity. 3 days had passed since the pods began sending signals. Director. Kang hadn't slept, dark circles under his eyes as he addressed the emergency team. We've confirmed quiet ones in 12 countries, he said, pointing to red dots on a world map. Government officials, military leaders, scientists, all replaced. Hana worked frantically at a computer, analyzing the pod's signal. Mi sat nearby, drawing pictures of blue-eyed people with stars inside them. Officer Sun and Officer Kim had been asked to stay. Their police experience was valuable, especially their skill at spotting when people were lying. The public doesn't know yet, Director Kang continued, but they're starting to notice things, strange behaviors, people acting differently. A woman in a lab coat rushed in. Sir, we've found something. The children's hospital in the capital, several. Patients are reporting their parents aren't really their parents. Director Kang nodded grimly. Just like me, the children can tell. Mi looked up from her drawing. That's because love feels different than pretend love. The adults all turned to look at her. What do you mean, Mi? Hana asked gently. Mi shrugged. Real people are warm inside. The fake ones are cold. I can feel it. Director Kang knelt beside her. Can you teach others how to feel this? Before Mi could answer, the lights flickered. All computer screens showed the same symbol, a blue star. They're trying to hack our systems, a technician shouted. Hana rushed to her computer. No, they're sending a message. It's an invitation. The main screen lit up with a face, human-looking but too perfect. Its eyes glowed blue. People of Earth, it said in a voice like water flowing over metal. We are the Watchers. For centuries we have studied you. Now the study is complete. Officer. Kim whispered. They call themselves Watchers, not Quiet Ones. The face continued. Your species is unique, primitive yet complex. Your technology is basic, but your connections are unexpected. Director Kang stepped forward. What do you want from us? Want? The face seemed confused. We do not want. We observe. We catalogue. We understand. But your kind has surprised us. The small ones. The face looked directly at Mai. They see through our perfect copies. This should not be possible. Mi stared back fearlessly. That's because you don't know how to love right. The face tilted slightly. Love. Yes. This concept troubles us. It serves no clear function, yet humans protect it above all else. Even your scientist. It looked at Hana. Her work is driven by love for her child, not logic. Hana stood protective beside me. Love is what makes us human. Yes, and it makes you dangerous, the face said. Your bonds create patterns we cannot copy. The child knew instantly what our best technology could not hide. Officer Sun spoke up. So what happens now? An invasion. The face made a sound like distant bells. It might have been laughter. Invasion? No. You are not ready for the stars, but you will be sooner than expected. The scientists' work proves this. The screen showed Hana's research, the stars in bottles that stored impossible amounts of energy. You have been noticed, the face said. Others will come. They will not study. They will take. Others? Director Kang asked. What others? The universe is vast and full, the face replied, and not all are watchers. Some are hunters. The screens flickered again. Maps appeared showing strange craft approaching Earth from deep space. They follow our signals, the face explained. They always do. Hana understood first. You've been marking targets for them. Your pods were beacons. The face did not deny it. It is the way of things. The strong survive. Mai stepped forward suddenly. But we're strong too. We have something you don't have. The face looked at her with curiosity. What could you possibly have that we lack? Mi took her mother's hand. Each other. For the first time, the perfect face showed emotion, confusion. You do not understand what comes, it said. They will arrive in 7 days. They will take everything. Director Kang's phone rang. Similar messages were appearing on screens worldwide. Panic was spreading. Why tell us this? Officer Kim demanded. Why warn us? The face was silent for a moment. Because the small one is correct. You have something we do not. Perhaps it makes you stronger than we calculated. The screen went dark. The facility's power returned. Director Kang looked at me, then at Hana. 7 days to prepare for an alien invasion. How? Hana squeezed her daughter's hand. We use what they don't understand, our human connection, and my research. Me nodded confidently. The fake people made a mistake. They thought love was a weakness. Officer Sun smiled for the first time in days. Let's show them how wrong they are. The sky turned dark over the city as strange clouds formed. They weren't storm clouds. They moved with purpose, swirling in perfect circles. 6 days had passed since the warning. The hunters would arrive tomorrow. Inside the underground base, Hana hadn't slept. Her lab was filled with glowing containers, her stars in bottles, but now they were different, stronger, connected. Will it work, Mummy? Mi asked, watching her mother connect the final pieces. I think so, Hana said, though she wasn't sure. The Watchers didn't understand that my research wasn't just about energy. It was about connections. Around the world, similar work was happening. Hana had shared her research with scientists everywhere. They built a network of energy points, all linked together like a giant web around Earth. Director Kang entered the lab. The President is ready to address the world. All channels will broadcast it. On screens everywhere, the President spoke calmly. Tomorrow we face something no humans have faced before, but we will face it together, as one family. Every person matters in what comes next. The plan was simple but required everyone. The Watchers had revealed a weakness. They couldn't understand human connections. The Hunters likely had the same blind spot. Every family has been given instructions, Director Kang explained to Officers Sun and Kim. When the signal comes, everyone must hold hands. Physical touch amplifies the energy network. Will holding hands really help fight alien ships? Officer Kim asked, doubtful. Mi looked up from her drawing. It's not just holding hands, it's about feeling connected. That's what the aliens don't get. That night, no one slept. The strange clouds grew thicker. At dawn, they came. Massive ships broke. Through the clouds, black shapes against the morning sky. They didn't look like the flying saucers from movies. They looked like giant sea creatures made of metal, with parts that moved like living things. They're scanning for the beacons, Hana said, watching her monitors. The pods left by the Watchers were all glowing now, calling to the Hunters. The first attack came at noon. A beam of red light shot down from the largest ship, striking a city. Buildings crumbled. People screamed. Now, Director Kang ordered, and Hana activated her system. All across the world, people joined hands. Families, friends, even strangers on the street, everyone connecting. Mi held her mother's hand tightly. Hana's stars began to pulse, sending energy through the network. The energy didn't just flow through wires. It flowed through people, through their connections to each other. On screens, they watched as a blue light spread across the Earth, visible from space. It formed a web, a shield of energy made from both technology and human bonds. The Hunters' ships fired again. Their beams hit the blue shield and scattered like light through water. It's working, Officer Sun shouted. But one of the Hunter ships changed tactics. It descended directly toward the main facility where Hana and Mi were. They're tracking the source, Director Kang said grimly. Everyone to the emergency bunkers. Hana didn't move. I need to stay and maintain the network. Then I'm staying. Too, Mi said. Officer Sun stepped forward. We'll protect them. Officer Kim nodded in agreement. The building shook as the Hunter ship hovered overhead. Metal groaned. Lights flickered. They're trying to break through, Hana said, adjusting controls frantically. Mai closed her eyes. Everyone, think about who you love. Feel it really strong. To everyone's surprise, they did. Officer Sun thought about his elderly mother. Officer Kim thought about his baby son. Director Kang remembered his late wife. The blue light around them grew brighter. Above, the hunter ship shuddered. Its surface rippled as if in pain. The other ships began to retreat, moving back toward space. The energy is disrupting their systems, Hana realized. They can't process it. Just like the Watchers couldn't understand our connections. Within hours, the hunters were gone. The sky cleared. But Earth had changed forever. 1 month later, Officer Sun and Officer Kim returned to regular police work. But nothing was really regular anymore. The world knew about aliens now. People looked at the stars differently. Hana's research became the foundation for new technology. Mi helped other children learn to spot any remaining Watchers hiding among humans. "Do you think they'll come back?" Officer Sun asked Director Kang during a visit to the facility. Director Kang smiled. "Perhaps, but next time we'll be ready. The Watchers made a mistake when they chose Earth as a target." "What mistake?" Officer Kim asked. Mi answered before Director Kang could. "They thought being different from each other made us weak, but that's what makes us strong." That night, all across Earth, people looked up at the stars with new understanding. The universe was vast and sometimes dangerous, but humans had something special, each other, and that made all the difference. The end.